YouTube, Allergic Adventures here with a little bit of a package video. So these are the bits and pieces that arrived for the Famicom while I was waiting for my Famicom. It's only a couple of packages, but they're primarily loose games. I think there's one in a box, and I thought I'd go through them. So the first one, and this is one that I've already done a video on, so this is a trade because I managed to get a boxed version of this from another person, and it's Image Fight. It's in really good condition. I'll test it out and make sure it's working. Sorry, that's actually really bright in here today. It's a Sunday. I'm doing this. The contacts look nice and clean, so played that one and really enjoyed that one. Look at my other video for the gameplay. Now this is another one I'm really interested in seeing what it's like. It's Terra Cresta. Terra Cresta is the arcade sequel to Moon Cresta. I haven't actually played the arcade game. It'd be interesting to see what it's like. The label's in reasonable condition. It's got a bit of a scratch on the front of it there. And yeah, the contacts look a bit dark, so we'll need to give it a good clean before we have a go. And the next one, so all these three were from Hit Japan. Now I know this says Gunhead on it, but I'm not 100% sure that this is actually going to end up being a shoot 'em up. I believe it's another game that happens to have the word Gunhead on it. All of these I got for like $1 or $2 each. They're just I just put you know, small bids on loose cartridges, and sometimes you get them and sometimes you don't. These are all from Hit Japan. They have auctions. They mainly have buy it nows, but they sometimes have auctions as well. So this one's a complete mystery cart. It's actually a very heavy cart too. The contacts need a good clean, so we'll give that a go. Now I've got one more. This one's wrapped up a little better because it's not a loose cart. This one's actually another boxed title. So I've actually been doing quite well with the getting the Famicom shoot 'em ups boxed. So well, in fact, that I will try and not rush and see which other ones I can get boxed as well. I know there's going to be some that are really rare. That if you see a cheap loose one, it's worth grabbing. So this one is potentially another shoot 'em up, and it's called Star Juster. It's a really tiny box. The box is in really good condition though. Looks like it's a 3D space shooter. As my dog goes mad in the background over something. Quite nice artwork on the box. Open him up. No, don't have a manual. That doesn't. Oh no, the manual's in the plastic. So here's the cartridge. And it's in excellent condition. So there's the cartridge, not a scratch on it. Top label, the proper name. Obviously, when you got it, you got stickers to do the top label yourself. I take it that's what they are. Actually, there's a little catalogue. There's Burger Time in there as well. And we have the manual. So I'd like to get all of the Namco titles as well, just like I'm trying to get all the Namco titles for the MSX as well. I don't have all of them for that either. I've got 4 so far, and they're all very good conversions on the MSX, and it'll be interesting to see what the Famicom games are like. Obviously this game isn't on the MSX as well, I don't believe. But it'll be great to see what it's like on the Famicom. I've been enjoying the Famicom games so far. Alright, let's go give those games a go. Right, first game up is Star Juster. Just flips on here. So there's Training, Command, Adventure. I have had a quick go of this because just to make sure I knew what in the world I was doing. So we'll go for the training one. Was pretty simple. I'll go for the main game. So it's a bit like Star Raiders on the Atari 2600. So this is our ship on the scanner down the bottom. Now each of the E's are enemies. Then you've got B for bases. I'm not 100% sure what those are, so let's go over here just press button A to start travelling. You have energy, which is you use up whenever you move, and then shields. I pretty much did not get hit when I was playing on training, so I'm sure that'll change. So we've got a scanner down the bottom. There. I've got a bit of sunlight in the lair this afternoon. It's late in the day. Yeah, a little bit more aggressive than the training mode. I still managed to do that without getting hit though, so that's it. You know, it's quite a fast-paced little game. It's quite fun. And once you get rid of all of the enemies, the last one left is a base. Yes. So once you get rid of that, we've cleared out a sector. Now I'm not sure what these little star ones are because they weren't in the other one, so we'll go and have a look. So to finish, I mean pretty much the game ends when you clear out a sector. What did in the training, it might continue on in the game proper. Okay, let's see what's here. Oops. Got no idea of the range to things. Must be getting closer. Defend star. Can't. There we go. Ha. Too close to it. Can it lock on? Hello. We seem to lose a little bit of energy. Okay. Not sure what the planet ones are about, but anyway. Have a look at another one of the enemy ones. This is a good. I mean, I used to love playing Star Raiders and also Star Raiders on the Atari 8-bit and Star Raiders 2, which was pretty much the last Starfighter game. Atari 8-bits. This is reasonably fast-paced. You give a little bit by scrolling the bottom bit down a little bit like that. It gives a bit more appearance of movement. Ooh, just lost my shield. Oh, star exploded. Where are these guys going? No, I'm the wrong way, I'll do. It looks like I've actually taken some damage. Whereas in training you couldn't get damaged. Oops. Oh, he got me. Well, there we go. I actually died this time, so... So, it's not a bad little game. I'll actually be playing this one a little more. So I did a lot better in training than I did on this one. So an excellent game to pick up for the Famicom collection. Let's try the next one. As suspected, this Gunhead game is nothing to do with a shoot 'em up. Let's put in my initials. And you can obviously play it up to 4 players. And it's some sort of strategy game. And you move this thing around and you can place forces. And then the people you're playing against place their forces. Okay. And then you seem to be in some sort of, scrolling map mode. And I don't know what some of their symbols mean, so... Yeah, so they seem to be like mechs and you've got transports and everything like that. So, with a proper set of instructions, you never know, it might actually be a decent, strategy type war game. So, sort of playing, you're seeing the computer players having a go. There we go, there's Ronaldo, and then they have mech battles. So it's probably a game, if I can find some interesting instructions, may actually turn out to be pretty good. So, not too bad. Not really what I was expecting, but I only got it for a couple of bucks, and I think it was a real copy of Gunhead because the cover didn't match at all. But anyway, an interesting one to the Famicom collection regardless. Let's try the next up. Right, next we have Terra Cresta, which is definitely a shoot 'em up. So it's got quite nice music. Ground targets. It's a little like Xevious in design. Right, and the basic thing with Terra Cresta is you have ship upgrades. Good thing about ship upgrades is you can withstand a hit while you've got them. So I got a ship upgrade then and I lost it almost immediately. That's a good one, shooting forwards and back. So you've got different weapons and you need to learn the pluses and minuses of them all. And as you can see by the way those guys came up from behind me, being able to shoot behind is not a bad thing. Oops, because I had the power up, I didn't die. It's not a bad little shoot 'em up. You can get this for the PC Engine as well, it'll be interesting. Soft Otaku finally got himself a copy of this on the PC Engine. Okay, this is a stronger firing. Base thing. I have absolutely no idea of the patterns. This is quite literally, a quick go when I was cleaning the cartridge. So I didn't look completely like a fool when playing it. A bit of sprite flicking in. Got me. Where does it send us back to? Not completely back to the start. I've just whipped into that. as a all shoot 'em up, you need to spend some time get acclimatising yourself to the game and learning some of the patterns. Yeah, some things like that where it's blocking your shots. Be careful, you don't get overwhelmed. Get your power ups and then I'll lose it. But it's not a bad little shoot 'em up. It would be very interesting to see what the PC Engine one's like at some stage. I reckon I'd enjoy it. The Famicom versions. That's good. Yeah. Ooh, messy bit of slow down there. Caught me unawares. I don't know the patterns well enough. But that's a good little shoot 'em up, that one. I'll definitely be playing that. I really do need an arcade stick. Oops. Sorry about that. I really do need an arcade stick for my Famicom. So hope you've enjoyed this gameplay. Great lot of new Famicom games. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.